Welcome students. Today we are going to see about the data conversion, data conversion methods and how it is important and what are the different types of forms which are available. Okay. So how it is different from analog data and digital data. So let's see what exactly it is and how we are going to use it in our instrumentation purpose. So let's see its method of converting the one format of data into another format, and it is a technical process. It requires some software as well as the hardware, and human intervention is used. Now why human intervention is used? Because human is going to identify which exactly data we need to convert and at what rate, or what at what amount we need to change the. So this particular conversion you are going to see now. Now this particular data conversion is basically enabling us the inter-reportability. Now what do you mean by that? Interoperability. Like if someone is using or creating or generating that data, then we can able to save that data, maintain a record, and maintain this all the data with the information as per the storage point of view. Say for example, a man is having a working duty of say 8 hours, and at the during 8 hours some mechanical operations or electrical operations are done, and that data is generated whether the machine was operated for 5 hours or 6 hours, and that 5 hours and 6 hours what was the performance of that machine. So human can identify if the same human is coming daily to that job or to that particular location. But in the industry what happened, that we require that data to be stored and then utilized, and that time the human which has observed that particular which data, whatever the data that is being observed by that human being, is not always there, and he is not able to recall all the data. So we need some system by which we can store that data, we can identify that data, and then we can able to reuse that data. Okay. And for that purpose we need the data conversion mechanism. So either we can have this data in the analog form and in the digital form. So let's see how we are going to do it. So all these real world quantities, like we have seen about the water level example, and whatever the time you can take or any activity you take, all the quantities you take, they all are analog in nature. So whatever quantities are there, analog matlab continuous signal. So it is changing its value continuously, and it is also, we can say that it is a time varying signal. So what do you mean by time varying signal? Say for example, you are you are running. So while you are running, the distance you have covered for that particular time period is going to change every second. Okay. And that we call it as a analog signal. But if we call a digital speedometer or digital, where we have a discrete numbers, where exactly it will take the decision only after 1 meter is being passed or 2 meters is being passed, तो उसको हम बोलते हैं डिजिटल सिग्नल, जो हमें एक डिफिनेट स्टेप्स के बाद हमें क्या करेगा, उसका वैल्यू मिलेगा. ओके. So let's see how what are the different types of data conversion. I hope my screen is visible to you. Just type yes in the chat box if my screen is visible to you. And moving ahead with this, like in electronic circuits, we are going to use this data conversion mechanisms, and it is also where we need to operate with the analog circuits. Like analog circuits are those circuits which are using the analog data, okay, or analog signals. Now if the electronic circuits like operated with the digital signals are like digital circuits, and we need to convert or we need to connect these two, analog circuit as well as digital circuits. Okay. So now let's see what are the different types of data conversion: analog to digital and digital to analog. Now let's identify what is this process is all about and how we are going to use it in our instruments. Okay. So if we want to connect a output of an out एनालॉग सिग्नल, और एनालॉग सिग्नल के फॉर्म में जो हमें आउटपुट मिल रहा है हमारे एनालॉग सर्किट का, तो उसे हमें अगर डिजिटल सर्किट के इनपुट को कनेक्ट करना है, से फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम स्पीकिंग राइट नाउ, so my output is you can say analog, right? My voice is analog, right? And the microphone which I am using is a sensor which is generating a analog signal. Now the computer which I am connected with is converting my audio into the digital format, and that digital format is sent from the internet connection, Wi-Fi, to the Google servers, and then it is connected to your device. Once that digital data is being transferred, now again that digital data is converted back to the audio. Okay, ऑडियो सिग्नल्स में वो क्या होगा, अगेन कन्वर्ट होगा, और आपके स्पीकर्स को या आपके माइक्रोफोन को, सॉरी आपके हेडफोन्स को, या आपके जो स्पीकर आप यूज कर रहे हैं वहां पर इसका जो आउटपुट है वो आपको मिलेगा. सो इट इज स्टार्टेड विद द एनालॉग सिग्नल, then it is converted to digital, and after converting into the digital it is traveled. After the traveling or transmission, it is again converted back from digital to the analog. So this is how we need these processes, like these interfacing circuits that convert the analog signal into the digital signal are called as a analog to digital converter, and it is doing this process called as analog to digital conversion process. Okay, now also, like we have discussed about the opposite from digital to analog. Say for example, if we want to connect an output of a digital circuit as an input of an analog circuit, then we need to replace it. We need to place that interfacing circuit between them, and that interfacing circuit is going to convert that digital signal into the analog signal, and it is called as a digital to analog converter. Now, what exactly the basic principles associated with it that we are going to see, and how exactly an analog signal is converted into digital. Okay, so very first thing about the analog signal, that we need to use the comparator principle to determine whether or not to just turn on the particular bit of a binary number output. It is a typical for ADC to use a digital to analog converter to determine one of the input to the comparator. Now, what exactly it means? Say for example, you have drawn a waveform. Okay, एक वेवफॉर्म आपने ड्रॉ किया है, और वेवफॉर्म में उसका जो वैल्यू है वो चेंज हो रहा है फ्रॉम पॉजिटिव टू निगेटिव, फ्रॉम हायर टू लोअर, एंड ये कन्वर्जन और ये वैल्यू चेंज जब होता है तभी this particular you can say this particular conversion is like from that waveform we are deciding कि वेव का वैल्यू अगर x अमाउंट के ऊपर गया या y अमाउंट के ऊपर गया तो उसके बाद डिजिटल सिग्नल क्रिएट होगा, और जब उससे कम आएगा तभी डिजिटल जीरो सिग्नल क्रिएट होगा, और इस तरह से ये जो कन्वर्जन मैकेनिज्म है वो एग्जीक्यूट होता है. नाउ लेट्स सी block diagram. You need to draw this block diagram in your notebook, and just type done in the chat box when you are done with it. Okay, so let's see what exactly it is. First you will receive an analog signal. So what is the what we can say, what is the pattern, or what is the property of this signal, analog signal? It is continuous in time and continuous in amplitude. Okay, so now it is being sampled, the sample of the signal is being received, and then discrete in time and continuous in amplitude, it is being given to the next level. It is then holding of a signal, and then it is converted back into the discrete in time and continuous in amplitude. Now quantize, or you can say in quantize, what happened, that sequence is being now separated, and it is now converted back to the discrete in time as well as discrete in amplitude, and then we need to encode that, otherwise there will be a noise, and there will be a so much of unfiltered, or you can say raw data or raw signal basically of from our overall system without encoder. Okay, so we need an encoder, and after the encoder we get a discrete in time and amplitude, and then again we need that digital form in the binary form. ओके, सो बाइनरी फॉर्म में आपको फाइनली आपको ये कन्वर्जन होके मिल जाता है आपके डिजिटल सिग्नल का. तो ये डायग्राम आप ड्रॉ कीजिए. आपको मैं 5 मिनट देता हूँ, और आपको जैसे ही होता है डन करके बोलना है चैट बॉक्स में. ओके, सो नाउ यू हैव डन विथ इट. सो मूविंग अहेड, Very good. I hope I'm audible to you. Hello, hello. Just type yes in the chat box if I'm audible to you. Perfect. Okay, great. So moving ahead, how we are going to convert that? What is the meaning of this sample and hold and quantization and encoder? Okay. First of all, the sample block function is to sample and input the analog signal, okay, at a specific time interval. The samples are taken in continuous amplitude and process the real value, but they are discrete with respect to the time. Say, for example, the continuous waveform is of 10 seconds we have. So, not for all the 10 seconds we are taking the sample, but we are taking sample at second number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At every second we are collecting the sample. Say, for example, we have that data in the discrete time format. Okay, amplitude will be the same, whatever it may be at that particular time. Then we are able to identify, we are able to set the sampling frequency. Okay, so sampling frequency play an important role in this conversion, because if we keep the higher frequency and if we keep the lower frequency, the results are going to change. Okay, now how they are going to change, that we are going to see now. So it is maintained at a specific rate. The sampling rate is set according to the requirement of the system. So if we need a very detailed, very minute data and its authenticity and not the average value, then we need the sampling of our sampling frequency at a higher value. Okay, second is a hold one. What do you mean by hold? The second block used in ADC is to hold block. It has no function, but it only holds the sample amplitude until the next sample is taken. Now, if we see the diagram, you can see that it is a serial data or serial device. तो सीरियल डिवाइस का मीनिंग ये है कि डेटा जो है वो सीरियली आगे आगे जा रहा है. ओके, एंड जैसे फर्स्ट ब्लॉक जो है वहाँ पे आपको डेटा आ गया, तो वो नेक्स्ट ब्लॉक में जाकर उसके प्रोसेसिंग होने के बाद it will be given to the next processing. So next sample is then taken. The hold value remains unchanged till the next sample is coming. तो जब तक आपका सिस्टम चल रहा है कन्वर्जन का, तब तक आपको होल्ड के ब्लॉक में एक वैल्यू मिलेगा जो लास्ट वैल्यू होगा जो आपने कन्वर्ट किया होगा. तो इस तरह से हमें पता चलेगा. Now next is quantize. Quantize. This block is used for quantization. It converts the analog or continuous amplitude into the discrete amplitude. Now, what do you mean by that? If we have the continuous amplitude, then that continuous amplitude is converted into the discrete amplitude. Then the whole continuous amplitude value in the whole block is going to through the quantization. So quantization block, and now this particular value is being converted from the amplitude. Okay, so amplitude का जो वैल्यू है वो क्या हो रहा है वहाँ पे अभी चेंज हो रहा है, दैट इज गोइंग टू बिकम अ डिस्क्रीट amplitude. Okay, so now have already we are having a discrete time data, and now we are having the discrete amplitude data. Then after receiving this data we need the encoder. Okay, encoder में क्या होता है वो देखते हैं. The encoder block converts the digital signal into the binary form, like into bits 0 1 1 0, like that. As we know that these digital devices operates on the binary signals, so that necessary to convert that all the signal which we are having, whether it is a voltage signal, whether it is a current signal, or whether it is for displacement from any transducer we are receiving any signal, then we need to convert it into the binary format by using our encoder. Okay, so in this particular process of converting, we need all these processes, and then it is called as our analog to digital converter. Okay, I hope यहाँ तक आपको समझ में आया होगा. Now we are going to see the digital analog converter. Now it is a different, or we can say earlier we have seen it is a analog to digital. Now it is digital to analog system. Okay, let's see what it is and how we are going to use it. But before going to that, I am going to tell you something, that diagram about digital to analog conversion is like we are going to change from 001 to the continuous signal. Okay, डिजिटल इनपुट अलग हो सकता है और जो आपका एनालॉग सिस्टम का जो आउटपुट है वो अलग हो सकता है। तो इसके लिए हमें क्या देखना है कि व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट द डिजिटल टू एनालॉग कन्वर्जन, देन अर्लियर वी हैव द डेटा ऑफ 0110 फॉर्मेट में, ओके, एंड देन वी नीड द कंटिन्यूअस सिग्नल। तो कंटिन्यूअस सिग्नल कैसे होगा, लाइक यू कैन सी हियर इन द स्क्रीन, आई गेस, हाँ स्क्रीन पे अभी जो दिख रहा है आपको डिजिटल सिग्नल जो है वो आपके, यू सी इन द डायग्राम विच इज बिलो, देयर इज अ 011000 like that, you have the data, but that data is in the digital format, and this converter, this digital to analog converter is going to create a waveform, okay, create a waveform of this data. Now if that waveform is created, then you can see that waveform is representing analog signal. Okay, so let me share another slide with you where you can identify it in a much better way. Before that, you draw this diagram in your notebook, and we are going to see the next point, that is digital to analog conversion. Okay, मैं आपको बताता हूँ, तब तक आप ड्रॉ करना शुरू कीजिए ताकि आपका जो टाइम है वो वेस्ट ना हो. Okay, so draw the diagram and it properly. Visible now to everyone. It's very simple to see. The digital to analog converter is an electronic circuit that converts any digital signal like binary signal into the analog signal. The digital signals such as binary signal exist in the form of zero. Okay. If we have binary, then it is 0 and 1. If it is hexadecimal, then the hexadecimal codes will appear. Okay, and this DAC is going to convert these bits into the magnitude. Okay, so now what are the components, or what are the conversion steps in the digital to analog conversion methods? So first of all, a digital to analog converter takes a digital signal and convert it into the analog. Now we need a mathematical processes, mathematical functions are needed. Now how these functions are going to help, that we are going to see. Now in analog signal you can see is identifiable. So identify कि previous टाइप का था और जो अभी नया सिग्नल जो आ रहा है वो, और इसके दोनों के अकॉर्डिंग एक एवरेज लेके हमें conceptually it converts signal into the impulse with the appropriate energy. In the real system, this would be accomplished by creating a short pulse that have the same voltage, but whose total power is modified by the changing the pulse length. Pulse length का मतलब क्या है, कि हमें वो जो impulse हम create करेंगे उसका length is like we are not able to change that. Okay, and this pulse train is producing a signal whose frequency is response in the periodic, like we can have 15 out from that. Now we are applying this low pass filter to the time sequence of the input. कितने समय बाद change होते हैं और कितने समय बाद ये repeat होते हैं, और उसके according आपका जो waveform है वो बनने वाला है. Okay, so now this is basically removing all the high frequency and then it is only for the original signals. Like for example, if you are using this low pass filter, then these are the consequences कि जितने भी impulses आएंगे उसको वो ओरिजिनल सिग्नल के साथ क्या करेगा, कंपेयर करेगा. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज in fact along with the counters we are using in digital analog converter, while putting this analog signal into the digital signal also. Now why counter is required, say for example, whenever we are getting the digital signal, it has a two main you can say two main parameters to look for. One is your time and another is your magnitude. For that you need a counting. Say for example, the signal is of 50 hertz. Is it audible now? Hello, am I clear to you? Hello, voice is breaking now also. Hello, is it clear now? Okay, okay, it is okay now, right? So maybe some internet issue or something there problem. Anyways, so moving ahead with this, so last point which I was telling you, that we need a counters in this so that we can identify what is the sampling rate, what is the frequency, how exactly we are going to get the data. So first of all, I will say our electric pulse or electric waveform is of 50 hertz. Okay, so 50 hertz जो है वो आपका क्या है, 50 हर्ट्ज का जो सप्लाई है उसका फ्रीक्वेंसी है, दैट 50 हर्ट्ज इज अ नंबर एंड वी नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई कि एक सेकेंड में कितनी बार हम डेटा का सैंपल कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं. So if the data sample is collected more than 50, then we can say that the chances of having a good vision is possible. Okay, so आगे बढ़ते हैं. application of these conversion mechanisms, that audio recording and reproduction. Like I given you an idea about this conversation, like I'm speaking right now using my microphone, and that way, uh, though I'm not able to listen to you because digital to analog conversion at my end is not working. मतलब मेरे यहाँ का स्पीकर जो है वो नहीं चल रहा है, डिजिटल टू एनालॉग कन्वर्जन मैकेनिज्म नहीं चल रही है. So next is the temperature sensors, then image sensors like in your camera. In camera, in front of the camera you can have any waveform of a data. Okay, मतलब यहाँ पे अगर मैं एक रेड स्केच पेन रखता हूँ, ये अगर एक डेटा है, जैसे बारकोड में डेटा होता है ना, लाइक ऑन द स्क्रीन यू कैन सी नाउ, ये रेड पेन यहाँ से यहाँ मूव हो रहा है, अगेन यहाँ से यहाँ मूव हो रहा है, अगेन यहाँ से यहाँ मूव हो रहा है. तो एक समझ लीजिए कि इट इज क्रिएटिंग वन काइंड ऑफ वेव. ओके, तो ये वेव जो क्रिएट हो रही है, ये वेव का जो डेटा है दैट इज एनालॉग डेटा. बट ये जो कैमरा है, वो कैमरा क्या कर रहा है, ये जो कैमरा है ना इधर, ये कैमरा क्या कर रहा है, ये उस डेटा के उस सेकंड को ही कैप्चर कर रहा है और फिर उस सभी इमेजेस को एक साथ जोड़ के एक एज ए वीडियो फॉर्मेट में आपको दिखा रहा है. ओके, सो इमेज सेंसर्स इज आल्सो वन ऑफ द application of these data conversions. Then telephone control systems, communication systems, networking and data communication. So these are all the application of data conversion. So I hope this point is clear to you everyone, and we are almost 100% done with our syllabus. And if you have any doubt related to any topic, make sure you follow the study material which is given to you. It has every PPT. Okay, after that your fellow students, your fellow students have created presentations for section 1. Now we need to create a presentation for section 2. Tejal, we have a group, right? I hope I'm audible to you.
Yes.
Tejal, are you there?
Yes, sir.
So you just type in the chat box. There is an issue with my speaker. So if you speak also, then I'm not able to listen to you. So just give me a confirmation that you are listening. And now we are going to identify the topics only. Okay. So if we identify the topics, you have a sequence of students and group, and student also has a group numbers now, right? So we have almost 21 groups, right? Okay, so we need to give the topic accordingly the list in the syllabus. तो सेक्शन 2 के टॉपिक्स को है आपको क्या करना है, डिवाइड करना है. ओके, एंड बाय मे बी दिस वीकेंड और नेक्स्ट वीक यू नीड टू सबमिट योर पीपीटी एज पर द ग्रुप. ओके, तो ग्रुप वाइज क्या करना है, आपको पीपीटी जो है वो सबमिट करना है. इतना क्लियर हुआ आपको? Now, this particular 21 groups, admins, or we can say that 21 groups leader are there. So those leaders will be communicated by Tejan their topic, or you can create a list, Tejan, where all the topics of the syllabus section 2 should be covered. Okay. So let's see which topics we have and the number of topics we have. Okay. So we have for section 2, we have instrumentation. So basic of instrumentation introduction can be a 1 point. Facts and concept of instrumentation is a second point. Then basic block diagram of instrumentation is a third point. Then its function, fourth point. Concept of transducer, fifth point. Classification, 6. Measurement of displacement using LVDT is seventh topic. Then a resistance transducer, 8th topic. Inductive and capacitive transducer, 9th topic. Okay. Then general measurement system components for signal conditioning is a topic number 10. Then signal conditioning and its necessary, 11. Processes adopted in signal conditioning, 12. Functions of signal conditioning, 13. Okay. Then fourth we have data acquisition system. Introduction is the first topic for this, like 13 14 नंबर का टॉपिक है 14 ग्रुप के लिए. देन 15 के लिए ऑब्जेक्टिव एंड कॉन्फ़िगरेशन ऑफ डेटा एक्विजिशन सिस्टम. एंड देन 15 के बाद 16, 17, 18, 19 के लिए. And this is analog to digital for 20, group number 20, 21 group digital to analog conversion. So total 21 groups के लिए topics available हैं. yes. तो अलग अलग पीपीटी ही बनाना है. जो आपने पहले बनाया वो सेक्शन 1 का था, दैट इज ओके. अभी सेक्शन 2 का अलग से बनाना है, सेक्शन 2 का अलग से पीपीटी बनाना है। एंड मेक श्योर यू डोंट कॉपी। आप रेफरेंस के लिए हमारे स्टडी मटेरियल में से पीपीटी ले सकते हो, बट उसको आपको इम्प्रूव करना है, उसमें आपको और 5-10 उसमें कुछ स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक्स वगैरह है तो उसको हमें इम्प्रूव करना है, चेंज करना है, करेक्ट करना है। ओके, यहाँ तक क्लियर हुआ आपको? ठीक है, सो आज के लिए इतना ही। वी आर गोइंग टू स्टॉप हियर एंड मेक श्योर do this you do this activity as soon as possible, and also mark your attendance for today's lecture, and whatever you want to say just say in the chat box, or we can leave the meeting. Okay, is that okay everyone? uh,
Sir,
the direct the direct second year students are not involved in the groups, so they will be having an another assignment to be given. तो इनको अभी पीपीटी तो नहीं बनाना है, वो उस ग्रुप में तो नहीं है, बट उनको एक अलग से एक्टिविटी रहेगा, तो वो मैं आपको बाद में बताऊंगा डायरेक्ट सेकेंड ईयर स्टूडेंट्स। बट डायरेक्ट सेकेंड ईयर स्टूडेंट्स को इस सेमेस्टर में इतना ज़रूरी है कि वो उनके पास अवेलेबल स्टडी मटेरियल का स्टडी करें। ओके, सो आई होप यहाँ तक सबको क्लियर है एवरीवन। अटेंडेंस कैसे मार्क करना है ये भी पता है। ओके, सो मार्क योर अटेंडेंस एंड लीव द मीटिंग।
sir, hello. Hello,
जो
sir.
भी टॉपिक आपका चैट बॉक्स में बताओ मुझे। यू कैन लीव द मीटिंग एवरीवन।